Hi everyone and welcome back on my channel. I just saw my reflection in a mirror that had actual light. My face is just violently red and that was not the intention. I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome back on my channel. So today I'm gonna react to me. A while back, back in December now, I got hypnotized. And I haven't listened to the audio since. Honestly, I've been scared. I kind of clicked on it by mistake once. I thought I downloaded a song and I don't remember what it was when I was in my download. I saw it and I was like, oh, what song is it? And I clicked on it and I just kind of heard my raspy voice for a second and I got scared. I stopped it and I was like, that's for later. I don't know why. I don't know why it scares me. So anyway, I'm gonna react to that today, but I know this is gonna be a video in more than one part. So at least 2 parts because the recording itself is like 2 hours and I'm not gonna make you suffer through that. I'll probably cut some parts that aren't as interesting, but I don't know where. Like, I'm gonna kind of figure it out while editing, so we're on this journey to get there. Let me first of all explain specifically. It wasn't just like some kind of hypnosis that you see on stage where people are like, ooh, do the chicken, you know, the classic. It was a QHHT session. I'll explain what QHHT is and how it came about. So I'll give you a little intro, a little story time, more or less, before actually listening to the recording. So if you're only interested in listening to the hypnosis part, skip to that time now. So I first heard about QHHT by JK Ultra on TikTok with her Apocalypse series. If you haven't seen this, go see it right now. It's great. If you don't have TikTok, she has it on YouTube as well. So I'll link, I guess, both accounts in the description below. Check her out. Her whole content is great. Long story short, in the Apocalypse series, she talks about Dolores Cannon, who developed that technique. She kind of like discovered it, developed it. It was already known that with hypnosis you could regress someone into past lives, but she kind of discovered that you could regress someone in between lives. Basically, if you're not in a physical form, if you're not living a life on Earth or elsewhere, where are you? What are you? It's basically the soul. Some call it the higher self. Essentially, QHHT is like regressing someone to their higher self or whatever you call it. So you can ask questions to get a better understanding of like, what's your mission on Earth? What's your path in life? QHHT actually stands for, I think, quantum healing hypnosis therapy. Let me double check that. Quantum healing hypnosis technique. Sorry, I was really close. So it's not therapy, but it's my kind of therapy. Do I go to therapy? No. Do I go to do fucking weird hypnosis things? Yes. Does it work? I don't know yet. So ever since I heard her mention this technique, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Like, you can find out what's your path in life, like what you need to do, what's your why you're here and everything. At the time, and still now, honestly, I still figure it out. Spoiler alert, do not get answers to my question, but I was like, I really need to know. I'm asking for signs to my guides, doing tarot readings here and there. I'm trying to figure shit out and it's not clear. I'm blind, I'm stupid, I can't see it. If they send the signs, I don't see them. I'm like, what are you trying to say? I was like, I need someone to tell me straight, face to face almost, this is it, because I'm too spread out. I need guidance. There's a whole website where there's everyone that does it. I think in the UK by region. I checked on there and there was one near me, so I was like, it is gonna be you. Sent an email, booked an appointment. Well, asked a few questions at first as well, because I was like, is it gonna work? Like, I'm someone who don't open up easily, or like, I kind of like, when I meditate, I overthink and blah blah, like, is it gonna work and blah blah. And then I got to the appointment and I was so excited about it, but I was so stressed also because I was scared it wasn't gonna work, and I was like, don't be scared because then it's not gonna work. Yeah, anyway, so I got there and she asked me questions about kind of like my background, my life in general, just so she know, like, if ever I mention someone, like in a past life, sometimes you're like, you see someone else, but you realize that it's someone you know in this life as well. And she kind of also asked me like why I was there and like if I had like, I don't know, troubled childhood and all this stuff. And it strangely like was quite easy to open up. I mean, no, it wasn't. And she told me also some, like, usually the first session, I think she said, you usually don't get much. And she said the first one is usually, like, one of your very first incarnations. And she said that once. She got someone who was grass. He was like, I'm grass. And she was like, what the fuck do you ask grass? because she has to ask questions to like kind of make you move through your day in that past life, or like see your surroundings. Are you with people? What's happening? Like, I was in grass, but I don't want to spoil. I'll just listen. We'll just listen together. But oh my god, I'm so scared. So then I sat comfortably on a chair, and like she got me like all tucked in. I got to pick the color of my blanket. So I forget if that part is recorded. If it is, I'll just skip it so you don't get hypnotized through the video. But I don't really remember how she induced me, or like what she said specifically. I think I did say I was kind of scared, so she was like, it's gonna probably take more time for you. I'll do like a technique and then kind of bring you back out and then put you back under. So that usually gets you like deeper in. But then she kind of didn't have to do this because I was kind of already hypnotized-ish, but I think she still should have done it because I would have liked to be deeper in. Like, my thoughts were definitely still there. I'm kind of judging what I was saying. When I was in my past lives, I was like, is this just my brain? Is it just my imagination? Which to that she answers like, but like, where does your imagination come from? Basically, do you doubt your dreams type of thing? Where it's like, oh, I know I was definitely dreaming and blah blah. Like, she said it in a much better way. Once again, when I rehearse in my head, I'm like doing dishes and whatever, and it's so clear, but then it comes out of my mouth, and then it goes, but in my head it's all clear. And it comes out of my mouth and it's not. The way she induced me, that I remember, see, she kind of like talked me through, like, it was like a body scan, kind of like the meditation where you'd be like, all right, like think about that and relax that area of your body and blah blah blah. And then she got me to visualize that I was on a cloud, and that was just like very light, and then the cloud was getting higher and higher and higher. Or was it getting deeper? No, it was getting higher and higher. Honestly, I don't know if it's because her couch was very comfy, but like I could kind of feel the cloud, and I was like, fuck, that's so comfortable. I was like, clouds are great. So she got me through 3 past lives, which I'm assuming is like a whole hour itself, and then we moved on to talking to the higher self, which is a part that I doubt the most, like about the answers and stuff, because I was like still thinking. So I'm interested to see, because I don't remember most of the answers. All I remember, spoiler alert, is that basically my higher self was saying stop overthinking. And then my most important question, because I had like, you have to have a list of questions and then you give it to her to read the questions, not necessarily in order, and then add her on depending on what the answer is and stuff. And then my most important question was, what is my purpose, basically? And I think my higher self like responded something like, oh, she's not ready to know yet, or whatever. Shut the fuck up, I need to know. Anyway, so it was very disappointing. I didn't want to be helpful to myself. But anyway, let's see what other insight or wisdom was in there that I completely forgot, because I could use some right now. Right. I'm scared.
It's kind of blurry.
Kind of blurry.
Mm-hmm.
So look down towards your feet. What do you see at your feet? Are you aware of a surface?
No.
That's something else. I was like, I kept laughing here and there because I was like, sometimes I couldn't see, and she said that was fine as well. Like, sometimes people don't see, sometimes people hear things, or they just feel, they just get a hunch of like what's happening or what they are or blah blah. But like, it was very blurry at first. Like, that one I was like, I have no idea what's happening. It was kind of just colors smudged, and then it kind of got defined. But I also had a thought at some point. I was like, I might be that, and then I kind of went with it. But I still don't know if it was real. I don't know. Like, I'm doubting. I'm overthinking that as well.
Okay, so tell me about the white, and tell me about the green.
Mm-hmm.
Can you touch the white? Where are you in relation to the white? And where's the green?
It's kind of interchanging colors.
Mm-hmm.
At first it felt like it looked like a very green leaf with like a water drop on it almost.
The noises I make. I remembered being kind of fucking annoyed with the questions, not because of the questions, but because like it wasn't obvious. She'd ask a question, and then in what I would see, I was like, fuck, I don't know, I can't see it, I don't know. I wasn't annoyed at her, obviously. I was annoyed at myself, because I was like, give me the juice. I had high expectations of this. You're doing very well.
Nice, comfortable breath, and just allow.
See, I was getting annoyed.
Any sense of her body?
No.
No.
I think I see a bit of water now. Like, maybe like an ocean or a lake.
Are you above the water? Or
Yeah, above.
you're above the water.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're coming down towards the water?
Kind of just going over it kind of fast. And I'm approaching a mountain. It's very dark and cloudy. I think I landed in a bush.
Okay. So how does that feel? Look around you. Feel yourself. Do you have a physical form of some kind?
I honestly couldn't tell.
What's the surface like?
I think it's a fern. There's a fern in there. And just around in general, it looks like there's going to be a storm.
Is there anybody else there with you? Or anything else with you?
No.
You're on your own? Do you have a sense of a male or female?
No.
No. Do you have a sense of what sort of energy you are? What sort of life you are that fell into this fern?
I'm thinking a bird, but that might just be logic.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with like, I had a thought that was like, oh, well, it's flying, like it must be a bird type of thing, but I couldn't see the bird. But I don't know if birds can see themselves.
Are you in familiar territory, or does this feel strange to you?
Not strange, but I don't know if I know the place. Just regular territory, I don't know how to say.
Like it's a mountain.
So what is there around you?
There's this big mountain, all in rock, and around is water.
So can you make your way towards the mountain?
Yeah, like on top.
Oh, you're right on top now.
No, I'm at the bottom.
The bottom.
Oh no. I was like, where do you want me to go? I'll go.
So let's leave that scene that we're watching in that lifetime, and let's move forward to another important day in that lifetime. Just moving ahead now. There we are. What are you aware of now?
I see sort of particles moving, like dust.
Are these particles of dust in the air or the ground? Or?
Yeah, in the air, like in the sky.
In the sky.
They're like forming a line in the sky. And I'm below them.
You're below them. Is it you that's creating the line?
No.
No. So they're forming into this line on their own. And you're observing it. Is it a message? Can you interpret it? Is it for you?
No.
No.
I think it's just... almost looks like just stars reaching the sky.
You're below this line of particles.
Yeah, I'm just watching it making its way to the
I
sky.
don't remember that bit.
What surface are you on? What's the surface beneath you?
I think it's grass.
Grass? What are you wearing on your feet?
Nothing, just my feet. Just my,
your
yeah.
bare feet?
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. If you look up your body, if you feel up your body, how's your body clothed?
I couldn't see shit.
I don't think there's any clothes like that.
Does your body feel male or female?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Does the body
Fuck
feel
all.
healthy?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you there on your own, or is there anybody with you?
Yeah, on my own again.
You're on your own. Do you live around there?
I think so.
Go to where you live. Go to where you lay your head at night and describe for me your dwelling or your resting place.
I kind of remember now. It wasn't like a line, but it wasn't like a blob. It was more of a cluster, kind of in a line. Now that I think about it, maybe more of a fireflies, but they weren't fireflies. But it wasn't like in the sky. It was like just above, kind of in between.
So I think it's inside the mountain, like in a crack.
And you can go in there.
Yeah.
That was my alarm. And it rings for a long time. That kind of woke me up as well. It was so stupid I didn't think I had an alarm. So it rings for quite a long time, and I'm sorry this is gonna annoy you as much as it annoyed me in my hypnosis, because I was like, just stay focused. When she brings you under, she's like, you're gonna hear other sounds, but like they won't matter, basically. It's like you're kind of gonna make abstraction to it. But since this is an alarm to like wake up, it was kind of like, fuck, and also very fucking annoying. I'm sorry.
There's like a waterfall at the bottom.
It was beautiful.
I think that's my alarm going off.
A waterfall at the bottom.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, it's like flowing into the ocean outside.
It's flowing into the ocean outside. Okay.
So I'm like sitting at top of a part of the rock that's really high up, but there's other ones.
And can you sit on these parts and inside the mountain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while you're in there, are you in there on your own?
Yes.
I was mainly alone.
Do you want me to switch off the alarm?
Yeah, I think I need to press stop.
Okay, so let's just we'll just take a moment. That's okay, don't worry about it. So just on the count of 3.
I think I was ready to get up. Like, that's how annoyed I was. She's like, I'll count to 3. I'm like, no, bitch, I'm not. So I think afterwards it was like harder to go back into it.
Find yourself back through that crack in the mountain to the waterfall at the bottom. There we are. And those ledges where you can sit up in there. How does it feel?
The breath was deep.
It feels like home. They're moving ahead now to an important day where something significant is happening in that lifetime. Moving ahead.
But important and significant.
What are you aware of now?
Fuck all's happening so far.
I'm in a field. It's like really tall grass.
Yeah, it was like,
Swaying in the breeze.
Is the tall grass taller than you?
Yes, slightly.
Yeah, okay. So you're smaller than tall grass. Okay. So what sort of form? Are you able to describe your form yet?
I think it's a bird.
Bird.
Yeah.
Colours? Do you have
I
colours?
stick to birds.
Black.
Anything else?
Looks like a crow.
So is this how you managed to get into the crack in the mountain? And
Yeah.
you like being up on these ledges and things?
Yeah.
Are there any other birds around?
Yeah, a little further, I think.
Do you know them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're familiar to you?
Yeah. I'm also looking at the sky. Yeah, something's taking my attention from the sky. I think I'm just wondering if it might rain or not.
Would that make a difference to you? What happens if it rains? What do you do?
Don't know if birds actually wonder if it's gonna rain or not.
Don't know.
I don't know. Is it gonna rain? I don't know.
Just moving ahead now to a significant day in that lifetime.
I think I'm on a log on the water. And it's sunny this time.
And how do you feel emotionally? What's your feelings?
Good. Light.
You're happy?
Yeah.
That's what I need. Be on a log.
So what's happening now? You're on this log.
Deep breaths are killing me.
I'm just coming to a shore. And it's like, it's all sand.
I think we can hear my stomach because I was hungry.
And I'm going into the forest. It's nicer, it's less warm there. It's nicer, it's less warm there.
There'll be other life in the forest.
Just walking around, but yeah, the other animals don't know me.
They don't know you.
Yeah. So they hide or they go somewhere else.
How does that make you feel?
A little sad, but I know it was gonna happen. It's kind of getting blurry. I'm not sure what I'm seeing.
It's fine though. So let's just leave that scene and let's move now to an important day. This is a day that you consider to be important when something is happening.
Something is happening. I think I remember what it is, and it's like, it's still not great.
I'm back home.
Are you back to the mountain?
Yeah. At the top there's just this remnant of a tree, if I can say. It's lost all of its leaves and it's just dangling, almost ready to fall.
Ready to fall.
I'm not really sure if I can step on it or not.
Because I want to.
Did you want to?
Yeah.
So what happens? Do you step on it or not?
Yeah.
You step on it, and what happens when you step on it?
It's holding on for a while, but then I think it cracks.
You broke it, bitch. You broke it.
It just falls. And I fly away.
And you fly away, so you're safe.
Yeah.
It's been 25 minutes that we're only talking about a bird. Honestly didn't think it was that long. I thought it was like 10 minutes. Like, I really didn't feel like it had been 2 hours at the end when she was like, guess what time it is? Like, I was like, what? I remember like when the tree cracked and stuff like that. Sometimes I'd have like hunches of like, kind of like logic of like when she's like, what happens now? And my logic would be like, oh, maybe this is gonna happen. I'd get like these other ideas, but then it's not what was gonna happen. Ooh, the tree cracked. What happened? I fell because it's an important day in my life. Like, I fell and I died. It's probably how I die. But then that's not what happened. So I just think it's interesting. It's not like just imagination, because then I could kind of think of the fact that I would fall, but then I wouldn't fall. I guess I really liked that tree, and then I broke it, because for fuck's sake. It was a good view spot. It was really at the top. It's like, imagine just standing there and looking at the horizon. Good point. And then it fucking broke. The saddest day of my life.
Well, so this is it for part 1. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe and click the notification bell to see the next part. It was getting way too long. And the best is yet to come. So make sure you subscribe, and you can also check out my Ko-fi page if you want to, you know, just support this channel. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye bye.